CDT. It is me, Ditto. And as you have just seen, I'm going to get annoyed in this video. Massively. Big trigger warning. Let's talk about some of the most overrated cars in CDT, considering I've already talked about the... Is he flying a plane on the water? That is very cool. Since I've already talked about the underrated cars of CDT, let's talk about the overrated ones. The first of which, if you hadn't guessed, was this. The Subaru Impreza WRX STI S209. Every second I'm in it, I want to kill something. I don't see how rally fans like this. Ooh, that was the first time I've actually drifted it well. Because you have to get up to so much speed. Oh no, never mind. You can't even see. You spin. Anyway. How do rally fans like this? Turning normally. Badly. Turns badly. Even though it's mind-numbingly slow. Doesn't work on the rally either. Sucks. And it looks ugly. And it turns like a pig. And it's seriously boring. I've just got epilepsy from looking at this dealer. Get me out of here. In fact, get me out of this car as well. I do not want to see it again. And now we go on to a disappointment. The Toyota Corolla Sprint. Yeah, we can already see one of the problems. The Toyota Corolla Sprinter AE86 Trueno or Trueno. Now this is home to one of the most annoying fan clubs on the internet. The JDM 3-year-olds. Put your mum's phone down. The cars you like are slow and shit. Learn that. Which also leads to another set of overrated cars. But let's just talk about this one. I like this in real life. I think this is great. It's cool, it's got pop-up headlights, it's rear-wheel drive, and it's quite quirky. In CDT, however, it's a whole other story. You got the little kids going, this should have been made so much faster. When the whole point of the original one was, it was slow. Well, not slow, but like underpowered but lightweight, so it makes it quite quick. Hence why we have Initial D, which I quite like. Even if it is anime. Awkward. Then they made it tippy. And then, to top it all off, they didn't get the design right. Something about the back window I don't like. The pop-ups don't work for me. Like, they look weird. See them? I don't like them. I don't know why. And then also, these wheels. Skip ahead if you don't want to hear an old meme, but what are those? Why couldn't they have given us the old A86 wheels? Like, can't remember what they're called, but they're like, wheel trims instead of forged alloys. Because the forged alloys, you cannot get a good colour on them. No matter what colour and body you pick. In fact, all the body colours for this car look pretty shit. And then they topped it all off by making it tippy. But at least the tippy problem can be fixed. Then they gave it a stupid fan base. I mean, I hate the fan base. They ruined this car. Just like they did with quite... I'm on my roof and I can't get out. Get me out of that thing. And let's go on to a car that's even worse. If that's even possible. The Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10. The Evo 10. Now, relatively, well, not too long time viewers of my channel will know that I have a bit of beef with this car. And by a bit, I mean a crap ton. And crap is precisely the word you should use for this thing. Slow, ugly, bland, doesn't turn properly, And it's got a rally fan base that will remain loyal to it no matter what. And they're like, they'll constantly defend it. But it's quite old. But it's slower than pretty much everything in the game, apart from the Fiat Multipla. Seriously, fans of this car, what is wrong with you? Get a life. Oh, and it doesn't even drift properly. Perfect. Can't stand it. Yep, and now for two other cars I can't stand. The Skyline R32 and R34. Let's do the R32 first. Turn it in. And it bounces everywhere and it tries to slide and it looks ugly and it's got a stupid fan base that ruined it. And it's also quite unstable and it's wallowy. And I'm just going to keep saying bad things because that's all you need to know. I'm not even going to go on a rant. I'm not even going to go and try and find a good side. It's shit. It's terrible in the corners. It's underpowered on the straights. It's ugly. I don't see why people like it. And if anything, alignment tuning to fit the body kit makes it worse. How do people like this crap box? Speaking of crap boxes, the R34. Yep, that has an interesting meaning if you know the internet. To be honest, I don't think anything to do with corn could ever happen to this car, because it's so fucking awful. Stupid body kit, looks ugly, turns terribly, ruined by Fast and Furious. I'm sorry, little 3-year-old Timmy looking at me on your mum's phone. What is wrong with you? The car you like is rubbish. Know that. Learn that. It's probably the only thing you'll ever learn in life. Because you're stupid as fuck. Seriously. Why do people like this car? I didn't grow up with Fast and Furious, and as a result of that, I've got taste. And I don't like that piece of shit. Oh, and one last piece of shit before we move into Class 2. Toyota Supra Mark IV A80. Another car ruined by Fast and Furious. This one even more so. And it's worse because I hated it beforehand anyway. 222 brake horsepower standard. That's less than a Vauxhall Vectra VXR, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Twitter can't cancel me. Especially since I'm part of that, everyone in between. Oh yeah, by the way, did I forget to mention, it's unstable. Not as unstable as the R32 or the AE86. I hate saying AE86. True, no. In fact, this was made by the makers of the Truno. This is another Toyota, remember. Toyota are known for reliability and ability to make complete heaps of shit. This was, you know, the main car in one of the two main cars in Fast and Furious. And that's unfortunate. Especially since it looks so bland. I mean, like, with this, tasteless. Without the body kit, well, I'll swap the wing to the original one as well. Because the original one I like, loop wings, very cool. Oh look, now it's just a Celica. Terrible! I hate it. I genuinely despise it. It's disgusting, and the people that love it are disgusting as well. So overrated, so massively overrated. I'm glad there's now a war on the internet for against the super kids. You're doing the right thing. Oh, honourable mention to the Camaro, but it just isn't talked about quite enough to be overrated. But one that is talked about enough to be overrated is the other Fast and Furious star, the Dodge Charger. Did you see what happened there? Can you see why that's already pissed me off? Well, guess what? It gets worse. Because this car is loved by two particular sorts of people. The Fast and Furious lovers. Yep, screw all of you. And the people that go, what the fuck is a kilometre, then proceed to bang their sisters. By which I mean Alabamans. Just patriotic Americans, but people from Alabama weirdly like this car as well. Which ruins it. Why are there so many poor people on this street? Ugh. No, I'm kidding. You guys are cool. Unless you drive one of these. In which case, fuck you. And this is actually quite a big fuck you. Because this car, I love in real life. I don't really tend to like the stupid, brash American muscle cars. But this one, there's just something about... Oh, I flipped it left as well. This one's just kind of special. Looks so good. And it's also got flip open lights. Kind of like pop-ups, only more interesting, if you could say that. Damn it, now I'm cancelled by most of car fans. Awkward. The big problem here is, well as it tipping, it still handles pretty terribly. And also, the fact I've got a black body on it right now, and I can still see the black stripes and the black roof, means that someone's fucked up somewhere. Look. Black body. See? Black secondary. 2 different fucking colours. I'm getting too angry. Let's calm down. Oh. Piss. Now let's talk about a rebodied BMW Z4. The BMW Z4, I actually really like. I think it's great. Then they made it handle worse and give it a stupid body and give it a stupid fan base, made it look ugly as hell, then gave it an OTT body kit, optionally, to make it even worse, which everybody always uses because, you know, fuck them. Then they made it silly unstable. Then they made it only look good in the body kit if you use alignment tuning. Then they made it Robux only. Who in their right mind would spend... How much is this piece of shit? I think it's like 400 Robux, 300 Robux on this, when they could be spending it on... How much money can you get for 300 Robux? 350 grand to buy something actually fucking decent. It's useless. It's genuinely useless. I hate it. Hate it with a burning passion. Burning passion. Get me out of this thing. Oh, God. Back to insulting America. This is the Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat. A car beloved by the internet. And as a result, all the, Gen Alpha internet kids go, yeah, this is cool. But the fact of the matter is, it looks so fucking boring. It's a basic 4-door saloon car with a mild bit of tarted up bodywork. Yeah, that was timed perfect, actually. Yuck. This is disgusting. And the people that like it are even more disgusting. They tend to be the little, high school teens that want to pick up a girl, so they get a V8 muscle car and try to disguise the fact they're massively compensating. Yep, I've just called a lot of people out there, and I don't give a fuck. Get me out. Oh yeah, and one last thing. Guess what they did? They went and stripped all the mildly interesting body bits, put dustbin lids on the wheels, and give it a bit of Botox to make the Charger police car. Which, by the way, is still terrible value for money, because it's slower than the Crown Vic, and it has been since day one. very much annoyed right now. Oh, and one last thing before we move on to the next proper car. The paint. To give it proper police livery, you have to put up with this one little stripe above the boot, which makes it look like it's got a deformed arse, and it pisses me off massively. Also, what are these orange bits behind the wheel arches? Why are they there? Why? They look horrible. Oh, and by the way, it looks like the front bash bar, instead of being held on, curving underneath the front of the car, like on the Crown Vic. Very cool. No, this one's just held on with what look like metal versions of dowel. What the fuck were they thinking? Get me out of this. Oh, God. Great. The car I least want to see right now. The takeaway container on wheels. The classic Tesla Cybertruck. Why oh why does the internet love this so much right now? Not only was it massively late to production, people made jokes about it because of the stupid non-breakable glass thing that was a total lie. You've also got the Tesla fanboys that will follow Elon Musk in everything he does. Don't. He's practically an AI. And, yeah, as I mentioned a moment ago, it looks like something Americans get takeaway out of. Also got weird bin-ass looking wheels. And a stupid light bar at the front that just makes it look like, you know, it's got a bit of cocaine. It's not even a proper pickup truck either. It's more like a sort of estate SUV thing with the top cut off. What were you thinking? Why do you like it? I promise you, if I walked into one of these in real life, I'd get a cut. Because it's so fucking angular. They use big angle grinders on this, and nothing else. See, look, even the wheel arches are half of a hexagon, of a regular hexagon. Why? Just why? I can't do it. I do not like the Shelby GT500, but the 7-year-old in me says it's cool. I'll leave it alone. But the Hellcat Red Eye... Is it a Hellcat Red Eye or is it just a Challenger Red Eye? Yeah, this one we can take the piss out of for a long time. Why, Foxy? You know that the entire community is like, oh, cool, Dodge muscle car. Then you made it the Red Eye. Why not the Demon? Why not the Demon 170? Actually, no, the Demon 170 wasn't that when they made this. But why not the Demon? In fact, you removed the Demon to make this. You changed the Demon into this. And the entire community pretty much knows that. So yes, while this used to be a very popular car, it's now hated. But I'm still putting it in the overrated cars list because it's still utter crap either way. Stupid little drag tyres, doesn't steer properly, not even that fun to drag race. You know, if you see someone burning your tyres out at the start line of this, just know you can probably beat them in, like, the GT3. Really. Also, these drivers tend to be compensating, even in Roblox. Where is the next one? Damn, is it really this far down? Seriously? Yeah, not exactly too many overrated cars around here. I'm surprised, actually. But it's mainly because they all tend to blend in with one another. But there's two right here. The first of which, the Porsche Carrera GT. I'm not a fan of early noughties cars in general, although I will make exceptions for the MC12 and the Enzo, by which I mean the Enzo and the Enzo, because they're the same fucking car. But this one, however, well, aside from the fact it looks like a limousine version of... It doesn't even look like a limousine version of a 911. It's just a weird, stretched, disfigured 911. At least that's how it looks in-game. In real life, it's actually nice. You've then got all those fans that are like, oh no, he killed Paul Walker. I'd have killed myself, deliberately, if I had to drive one of these in CDT. Because it's shit. Drives terribly. Handles terribly. The spoiler looks like a bench from a park. But not even a bench from a park. A bench from a fucking school cafeteria. The headlights look disgusting, like fucking Matrixes. In fact, the car itself just looks kind of basic, apart from the fact you've got the stupid cut-off cabin, which makes it look disfigured. I'm getting more annoyed by the second. Oh, yeah, back to insulting Americans. Why is the interior blue? Black interior, please. This is the Celine F7. Looks like a car from the late 90s. They're still making them today. Why? Why would you do this? Like, hello? Handles terribly. Accelerates decently. Drifts terribly. Drives terribly. Pretty much useless unless you're going in a straight line. Including being useless at the highway race. Also, it's $1 million. Why would I pay $1 million for a ruined... What the fuck? For a ruined late 90s car that looks like it's been ironed. Yeah, I drove it into a tree deliberately. Trust me. Anyone in it would want to kill themselves. Oh. Here's one. The Porsche 918. Yeah, everyone's like, wow, this is an amazing hybrid... Wait, hold on. They buffed it. They've buffed it. Still handles terribly, but they've buffed the acceleration. Nice. Although here's definitely one that everyone knows because I talk about it so often. Lamborghini Rave Welto. Let's just get up to, here, let me just show you some Revuelto syndrome in action. Oh, look, it's not accelerating. Look how rubbish it is! And you got all those Lamborghini fanboys that are like, yay, Lamborghini's a return to Roblox. No, this is the only one in the permanent shop and it's shit. All the others are limited to event cars, which you can't get right now. And really, that's stupid. The only one in the shop is this piece of crap. I can't stand it. Genuinely can't stand it. Really. And now we've got one last car to talk about. The Bugatti Divo. This one isn't tuned, by the way. Yeah, no, it's tuned. Yep, too slidey, four-wheel drifts everywhere, doesn't handle properly, massively overrated. Everyone's like, oh cool, second best car in the game. Isn't it true that every second best car in the game tends to be utter crap? Like, the SSC Tuatara, that was rubbish. I'm glad I bought the Pininfarina Battista before I got the SSC. Because otherwise I'd have been like, oh piss, I've wasted my money. Drifts too much. And then when you're trying to do track driving, we just turn in. And it's trying to drift again. And there's no grip. And it's annoying. I mean, seriously annoying. Everyone's like, oh cool, track Bugatti. It barely turns. I can't stand this anymore. I'm going to go and calm down now before I edit the video. Thank you for watching. If there's any super fan kids in the comments, by the way, do tell me. I'd like to laugh at them, like I had to laugh at one super kid on the Super Dragster video. Thanks,